The streets are saying it's 2025. I wasn't really paying attention. I went to bed at 11 o'clock on December 31st of 2024 because after such a shit year, I decided the one thing I could get was a little bit of sleep. Welcome back to the number one podcast in the world. This is Joey Offline. I hope you're all doing well. Happy New Year. In preparation for this video, I just went back while I was walking through these woods and rewatched 2023 and 2024. Both of those videos from January 11th, 2023 and January 8th of 2024. Today is January 13th. So it's really kind of getting a little too late to say Happy New Year at this point. It's been almost 2 weeks. Sorry, but I've needed some time to think. Usually during these videos, I kind of go on like a little bit of a reflection of my YouTube channel in the past year and how I'm feeling going into this next year. Really, it's more focused on the future than it is on the past. This year's going to be a little different because the first thing that I've noticed in this past year, reflection of 2024, most of this video is going to be in reflection, is that YouTube is not as much the center of my mind as it usually is, and for a lot of reasons. I think the YouTube world has kind of slowly shifted into filmmaking world for me, and like a lot of different things like photography and making films and putting them in festivals and all these like crazy stupid things that are really cool to me, but kind of makes YouTube fall a little bit, like it dilutes it a little bit for me. I still love YouTube, it's still everything to me, but this video is gonna be less about YouTube and more about a couple of things. Mainly in 2024 I said that by the end of the year I'd be in space, and we are in the woods where it's all dead. Which makes enough sense, I guess, for where we're at. 2024 was really, really bad. Let's be real. It was really bad, chat. Yeah. Let's start with the good stuff, okay? Because there was a lot of really good things, and I want to talk about the weird dissonance between the good stuff and the bad stuff. Because professionally, folks, this year went kind of crazy. Kicked off the year getting into my first ever film festival with a film that I made called The Wire. It was the first time a film of mine has ever been shown on a big screen in front of a large audience. It was shown to nearly 500 people, and that was crazy. I have a poster from that day of The Wire signed by like a ton of my friends, and that was crazy and insane and amazing for me. I also won my first real film award, I guess. Last year I won, in 2023, I won Best Directing and Best Cinematography at my school's 72-hour film challenge. Some friends of mine and I swept the challenge again this year. And I got my first ever Best Overall Film Award, which was really cool. We also won Best Directing and Editing, and I was the director and the editor, so that was really cool for me. And I got one of my films shown in an AMC theater for the first time in my life, to an audience of 300 paying people, which is ridiculous, like actually insane. The first one, the main festival from earlier this year, was like less money and was for more filmmakers and was like more of a school-wide event for like a ton of people that's like really talked about. The AMC thing is 10 kids who worked their asses off to get people to show up, and it was so cool to get to be one of the 2 people that made that event and also to get to put my film in it and have 300 people watch it. That was crazy. And now, I guess this bleeds a little bit into 2025, but those films that I made in 2024 are now being shown outside of school. Like one of my films just got accepted into New York City, a New York City film festival, which is really cool and really scary, but really awesome. I'm also more of a photographer than ever. I've had more photography jobs this year than ever before. I started taking people's graduation pictures on a large scale, which I hope to continue this year. I worked for the Eagles again. I've done a shit ton of banquets. I worked my first wedding. I've done so many like jobs, so much stuff, and I've worked on more film sets than I ever have in my whole life. This last semester even was more than the past year combined. It's been really, really cool professionally, all the things that I've gotten to make this year, even for myself, for the YouTube channel. It's just been awesome. Late September, I love it. I'm actually in the woods where I filmed Late September right now. That was great. There's so many random films this year that I love that I made. Long Shot, Leah, The Wire, Runaway, like all these things that I'm really, really proud of. So professionally, in terms of YouTube and film festivals and pictures and jobs, it's been really cool. It's been a really, really good year for that. So you might be asking, hey, why is this such a bad year? Something that I said 2 years ago now was that the odd number years of my life, 2023, 2021, 2019, were years that I made big, grand decisions. And even number years, 2024, 2022, 2020, were years where I kind of had to deal with them to some degree. And I sort of agree with that. I sort of don't. I see myself making big decisions every year, really, and dealing with it. But it's hard not to see that pattern when I did acknowledge it years ago. In 2024, I made some big decisions, or in 2023, I made some big decisions that I sort of dealt with in 2024. I'm still adjusting to a new school and adjusting to new personal relationships, I guess. The main thing with late September that you all know now is that I had a major relationship that ended in 2023 and in 2024. It's weird. That's kind of been the main thing for me emotionally in 2024 that's made it such a bad year, is that I'm still trying to figure out, I guess personally, what I want, like what a relationship means to me, really, in terms of my emotional boundaries and communicating with people. I've worked really hard on that this year. I mentioned in a video from almost 3 years ago now, oh my god, called The Emotional Journey of a Now Dead High Schooler, that throughout high school I was really shut off from people, and over time grew and became more of an open person, and like got back in touch with my emotions and started to become a better person because of it. Over the last kind of year, I think early 2024 and for a lot of 2023, I really started to shut myself off again really, really badly. And I recognized that part of the way through 2024 and went, oh my god, I'm becoming bad again. And so I've been making an effort in the last probably 4 months to really open myself back up to specifically my friends, which is something I haven't done in a very long time. I have this group of friends now at the school who I genuinely cherish and love very much, and are kind of my rock. This is a tree, that's not a rock. My rock. Ow, that actually really hurt. Ow, what the hell? Okay. So it's been really cool, like, in some ways forcing myself to be more open with them, just so I can, I don't know, learn to be more emotionally vulnerable, because I try to be this person that anybody can talk to and open up to. I think I'm good at that, but I think sometimes it's hard when I never open up to other people. And over this past year, I feel like I've really closed off and held a lot, and it makes things a lot harder to deal with emotionally when you just let it all sink inside of you. And I don't know, I think my goal this year, I guess, pushing a little bit into the future, is to be more comfortable with who I am. In a video called 21 from just a few months ago, I talked about how, at least physically, I guess I was really talking more on a physical level, I think, than anything else, maybe somewhat emotionally. I was getting into a much better place than I've been in a long time. Physically, that's still true. I am happy with how I look, I guess. I still don't love how I look, chat, but I feel more comfortable with how I look and accepting it. I'm more okay with how I feel like I wear clothes that make me feel comfortable more now, make me feel more like me. I like my hair. I like this weird beard thing I've got going on. It'll be gone eventually, I promise. Loud ass plane going by right now. Sorry, I get distracted. And somewhat emotionally, like, November was really the peak, I think, of me opening up and really forming these strong relationships with my friends where I open up to them more, which really allows for a much deeper emotional connection. And I think over this next year, I really want to strengthen that emotional core in my life. I think I spent a lot of this year trying to not be alone as much as possible. And somehow that's made me even more lonely than I was before, which is really strange. And a weird disconnect. This is a year of weird disconnects, I guess. And so I'm hoping that at least over these next couple months to be alone and live alone and figure out what I am alone and be okay and be comfortable with that. Because I think I'm all right. I don't think I'm a great person, but I don't think I'm the worst in the world either. So I hope over these next couple months I can be a little bit more comfortable. We'll see, though. But yeah, it's been a very strange year. I feel like I've been thinking about this for a couple weeks, and that's why it's taken me so long to make this video. It's just the strange dissonance of having such a good professional year for me, and then emotionally, for some reason, just being so far in the shitter that looking back on the year, it was really hard to think of it as a good year, and I really needed to like write down and like check off all these boxes of like, no, you had really good things happen this year. Remember that. I think looking back later on, I still will think of this as a pretty bad year for me. 2023 had its rough spots. 2022 is fine, but every year kind of has its rough spots. Like 2020 had its rough spots. 2023 certainly had its rough spots. 2024, I think overall was more negative than positive, but I think every year, no matter how shitty things are, there's always going to be a couple of good things. I think sometimes it's good to focus on those good things so you don't forget that a whole year of your life wasn't all bad. There was a lot of really good stuff this year that I need to remind myself happened and are going to continue happening this year. In the next year, aside from emotionally, I don't know. I hope maybe to be in a little bit better shape. I am comfortable with how I am emotionally, but I want to continue or not emotionally, physically. I'm okay with where I am at physically. I feel like I've really improved this year. I eat healthier. I live a healthier life. But I want to keep doing that and improve on that even a little more. And emotionally, like I said, be more comfortable with myself being alone. And on YouTube, I want to make more stupid videos. Why not? Let's make more stupid little videos that I like. If anybody out there, I guess, that's looking into this new year, I hope you guys make resolutions if you want to. If you don't. They're kind of stupid anyway. I still have that rush of energy in a certain way. I feel like I always need to mention that in these videos of things I want to do this year. So I'm hoping that kind of carries for a bit. And not just in YouTube, I guess, in the rest of my life. This year is hopefully not going to be a year of me making big decisions like 2023 or 2021. And more so just me getting my shit together and being an adult, because I'm 21 years old and I'm tired of, I'm tired of feeling like my problems are juvenile, and should be able to get over them. I think that's it. I've really struggled with trying to figure out how to word all of these things the past couple of weeks. And I've probably forgotten a lot of things that I wanted to mention, but whatever. I'm going to go and live this year. And I'll check in with you all in a year. Hopefully I won't be as sad. I don't know, bro. See you later. Do your homework or whatever the fuck.